umuntu loyo ebatshela kona kodwa ke kulesiya isigaba ke ila khona ke kuwuphenyo khona ke uyabuza umuntu khona ke noma niyakhulumisana hayi ukuthi uzohlala phansi ubese ugcwalisa yona ke iform leya.
So I'm not aware, in essence, my response, I'm not aware that when you conduct an investigation, every time you interview or engage a suspect, you must complete this form every time. That assertion, I'm not aware of that.
Lokho ke kona ke angikwazi ukuthi ngaso sonke isikhathi ke ukhulumisana nomsola noma ke ubuza umsola umbuzo ufanele ke ube naleya form noma ugcwalise leya form angikwazi lokho.
So you do have the understanding, Brigadier, of the words to the following effect. These words, they are appearing in Exhibit XX of the record. That the station commander must consult with the prosecutor in circumstances in which the prosecutor requires that a warning statement of a suspect be obtained. So it means that the station commander must, in consultation with the prosecutor, in the circumstances where a warning statement has to be obtained, consult with the prosecutor. Is that what you mean? Or is that how you understand this?
No, but that sentence, my lord, is self-explanatory. It says you complete that form when in other words, you document what the suspect is telling you when the prosecutor tells you that go and obtain this information. Even if it's 2, 3, or 10 times, every time you engage, as long as there's this directive from NPA, you'll have to document whatever you say. It is different when it comes to investigation, because the investigation is the police are investigating. There's no directive from the NPA, and that is why I'm saying, my lord, specifically, if we come down to the matter before court, when a decision was taken that I will go and interview accused 2, there was no directive from the NPA that I must go and interview accused 2. It was in the course of the investigation, my lord.
Leya form ke iyayichaza ke yona ngokwayo ke ukuthi nje uma ngabe kukhona ke umlomo noma ke obuya ke nake umshushisi noma ke prosecutor ukuthi ke hamba uyokhuluma noma ke uyoba ne-interview nalo muntu kuzofanele ke lokho ke actually lo muntu ubhale phansi noma usungaphinda phinda ke noma kayi10 noma kayi10 uma nje ukuthi lokho kubuya ke nake prosecutor kodwa ke lana kuleli ke icala kwakuwuphenyo ke kwakungekho okubuya ke kwashushisi ukuthi hamba uyokhuluma naye lo muntu kwakuwuphenyo noma ke isinqumo esathathwa ke yimina ukuthi ngihambe ngiyokhuluma naye.
So from what is appearing on Exhibit XX, it says that the statement must be completed every time the suspect is interviewed, irrespective of whether the suspect has been arrested or not. We are not aware of that.
No, but my lord, that document is not read correctly. It's not read in its context. I mean, we just dealt with my statement. The first part, when you confirm the statement, is the deponent. Who is this person, the details, and then the signature. So that whatever this person is saying then can only decolorate. It's a sequence, my lord. So you cannot separate the first and fundamental point, which says there must be a directive from the NPA to the police. Then thereafter, everything else is following from that line, my lord. So now, if you read the part that every time the suspect is interviewed, this form must be completed, but you disregard as to under what circumstances, then you are reading it incorrectly, my lord.
Iform lena ke ayifundwa ke ngendlela ke engakhona noma ke ebhalwe ngakhona ke ngoba konke ke okulandelayo ke noma lokho okufundayo kuqala ke lapha phezulu ukuthi kufanele kube khona ke okubuya ke ku-NPA noma ke abashushisi ke manje konke ke okusezansi ke kulandela emuva kwalokho uma uzofunda okusezansi kodwa ke ukuzibeke lokho kungaphezulu kusho ukuthi ke awuyifundi ngendlela engakhona iform leyo.
And my lord, may I add, and I'm saying this in relation to the form that was completed with regard to accused 2, the booklet, so to say, the one that Advocate Nxumalo is dealing with, which is different. This 6 warning statement that I gave, my lord, there is no such endorsement on those forms. I gave it to them. I mean, I know the bundle perhaps he didn't have a chance to go through them now, but the 6 other different warning statement does not even have that insertion. Be it whether it's both the first and the second one, they are not there, my lord. They just go straight to the point. It's a station, it's a case number. Boom, they go straight. There's not even anything written prior to you starting completing the form.
Okunye futhi ke ukuthi ke manje ke lana kunalama bundle noma ke kulama form awu6 ke engwa people bengithi abuye police station ahlukile ngiyacabanga ukuthi akabanga naso isikhathi sokuthi ababheke ke advocate Nxumalo kodwa ke wona ke awanayo ke le ndawo le angibuza ngayo anayo wona ke angena nje odabeni ke ukuthi ke case number nodaba awanayo le ndawo le noma le part lena ke ekule form iPad.
Amongst the documents which were disclosed was exhibit, not exhibit, I'm sorry, 835, which is a warning statement in relation to Zamoguhle Innocent Mbatha. I'm not going to hand it in as an exhibit, but I wish to refer you to the first paragraph of that warning statement. It's 835.
Yes, my lord, I'm listening.
I'm raising this because you said the warning statement that you handed over to us, they don't have this part that I've referred to earlier. You just go straight to the names of the suspect as well as the ID number, the age, the address. Do you confirm that?
My lord,
That is what you said.
Yes, that's what I said.
Yes.
Even the 835 doesn't indicate, my lord, that there must be an indication, a directive from the prosecutor. That's what I'm saying, that they go straight to the crux of the matter. Even 885 that I'm being referred to, there's no entry here that says the prosecutor in communication with the station commander must do the following. And this is 885, not what I gave them. I gave the documents to the defense, but this is 885 that is attached in the docket. But even in this one that is in the docket, my lord, there is no entry that says the prosecutor in consultation with the station commander must do the following. It starts with just one sentence, then it goes to the crux of the matter, my lord.
nalo 835 ke ola edokotini ke engasiyona ke lo ebedu lama form engwadlulisile ke 835 akanayo ke indawo la ethi khona ke umshushisi ngokukhulumisana noma ngokuxoxisana naye ke station commander kufanele kwenzeke lokho imininingwane nje thize bese ke kuyangena kodabeni.
But what is contained in 835 is not just a sentence. It is very crucial. It is very important. It reads as follows. This form must be completed every time a suspect is questioned, irrespective of whether the suspect is in detention after an arrest or not. Where any space provided on this form is sufficient, continue on a folio and attach the folio to the page. Folio must be signed by the suspect, interpreter, deponent, and commissioner of oaths. You confirm that. Then you go to the questioning.
My lord, I think let's put things into context. 835 was not disclosed to me. It's not part of the bundles that I gave the defense. But be that as it may, let me deal with it, my lord. This is what this form is saying, and I agree. And this is why I always say, my lord, you need to look into this thing within its context. Look at the complete picture, because otherwise, and I'm saying with greatest respect, and a certain impression which is wrong will be given. Now, this form, my lord, 835, was completed on the 30th of October 2014. This is when this accused, the suspect, Mr. Mbata, was arrested. Was then engaged insofar as the warning statement.
Sorry, you say the 30th
Of October 2014. That is
and
when
you were appointed in August 20?
I was appointed 4 years later, my lord.
That's a point. Okay,
Yes,
good.
4 years later.
So,
Second,
wait, now maybe we should call the person who actually administered that statement. Because as I understand the brigadier, he comes into the picture 2018. And now he's being excoriated
True.
for an exigency which happened in 2014. Are you with me?
No, I'm with you, my lord. But it's in relation to the different warning statements. That's why the question
Yeah, but you
is.
see, he was not involved there. There was somebody else involved.
I do understand that, my lord, but I was not going to go through the contents of the warning statement. It was just to show him the different types of warning statement, including the one that was ended in as Exhibit XS of the record. In these circumstances, Brigadier, who should be the station commander? For instance, in this case, who should be the station commander? Who should request, or who must consult the prosecutor for purposes of the taking of a warning statement from the suspect?
yes, my lord, yeah. So perhaps if I come there, my lord, to this question. To illustrate, my lord, and prove the point that it doesn't mean that when the police engage a suspect, always this form will be completed. That is not always the case. And I want to refer to 885 to show and to support the assertion that I'm making. Now, 885 gets completed on the 30th of October 2014. But if you go back, 884, my lord, it was not my time, but if you go back to 884, the notice of rights, in other words, this person was arrested on the 29th of October. And we do know, if you look at these circumstances, it was because he was identified on the ID parade. There was engagement with him, with the police, in preparation of the ID parade. He was interviewed, subsequently was then detained on the 29th. There is no form that was completed. You only see the form on the 30th in preparation of court. So how could it be that this form must be completed every time an individual is interviewed? Because even on this narrative, my lord, he was engaged with the police, they warned him according to his rights, they prepared him to attend the ID parade. There's no form completed. Subsequent to the pointing out in the ID parade, he gets detained. You only see the 14A notice of rights dated 29 October 2014 at 2000 hours. There's no warning statement prior to this. When they were then preparing him to go to court on the 30th, they then complete the warning statement. So how is this argument, my lord, that every time a person is interviewed, this form must be completed, when it was not even done on this example I'm being referred to, my lord?
Lana ke uma kuwukuthi ke nanjengalendlela efunda ngayo ke ukuthi ke ngaso sonke isikhathi ke interview noma khulunywa naye ke umsolo ke form lena kufanele ke igcwaliswe asibheke lana ke kule engibuzwa ngayo ku 835 kodwa ke ngaphambi ukuthi siye ke na ke 835 kuno 834 yena ke wange 29 October 2014 isikhathi kwakungo 18 ebusuku ilokho kubizwa ngokuthi beqelizwe ama notice of right sikhuluma ngayo ke lena ke ekambatha isikhathi leso ke aboshwa ngaso ke bese kuthi manje lena ke iform yena ke ekuyi warning statement yona izogcwaliswa ke noma izobhalwa ke ngazo i30 zika October 2014 manje ke ikuphiki ngena kuphike leyo ukuthi ngaso sonke isikhathi kufanele le form ngoba kuyabonakala nala ukuthi lokho akuzange kwenziwe ngaleyo ndlela.
And my lord, another practical example, and I'll say it because it's before this court. If you look at Cleveland case 96 of 2015, this is now the matter in relation to the arrest of accused 3 by Sergeant Masondo and Dlamini. If you look at the dates there, they engage the accused on a different date, where they interviewed him, subsequently go and conduct a search and found the items that they alleged they found, which is the firearm. and the ammunition. There was engagement with the accused. No warning statement was completed. The warning statement was completed, I think, a day after. We have Cleveland case, and I can refer to specific dates. He was engaged with the police prior to the completion of the warning statement. There was interview. There were exhibits that were found. They were processed. I think Sergeant Masondo was here in Dlamini. They spoke to that effect. But there is no warning statement that was completed. It was completed on a different day. If my memory serves me correct, my lord, they engaged him on the 9th of Feb. The warning statement was taken. Yes, the arrest took place on the 9th of February. Can I finish? Can I finish?
We'll get a chance to proceed.
No,
But
can I?
This witness must explain what he wants to explain. Why do you want to stop him?
I'm not stopping you.
No,
but I
let
just
him
want-
explain, please. Give each other a chance.
Yes.
He's still speaking. Let him explain, because now he's touching on another example which he wants to give you. Because we are exonerating him for an arrest which took place in 2014. And then yet he engaged accused number 2 on the 18th of June 2019.
2020. Yes, my lord.
I mean, we're going up and down.
Yes.
I have to understand that, because you are saying an exigency which happened when he was not in the picture. He must explain it. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah. He says he engages accused number 2 on the 18th of June 2020. And that statement, or that warning statement, is signed on the 30th of October 2014. I mean, really.
Let us hear you then, Ratha.
So, my lord, I'm saying another example because, and I'm illustrating this, my lord, to show that this is not an isolated incident. We've dealt now with 835, but now coming to the matter of Cleveland 96, which involved accused number 3. He gets arrested, my lord, on the 9th as subset of February 2015, and I've indicated the exhibits that we know because I've discovered that on investigation as to what was seized from him. Then the warning statement, which, by the way, my lord, is the same booklet that are being referred to by Advocate Nxumalo. It's the same booklet, and it's marked A5. That is the warning statement. Similar, exactly the same booklet that they're being referred to. Only gets completed a day after, the 10th of February 2015, when they were preparing him to go to court. None of this form, which has the same incision in the writings, gets completed a day after. He was then prepared, placed on the roll. The matter ran its course up to it was finalized, my lord.
Esinye ke isibonelo ke lana engifuna ukuthi ke ngisebenziseke ukuthi ke uma singaya ke kwicala leli ke lase Cleveland 162 of 2015 uSergeant Masondo kanye naye ke uDlamini beza ke bethula ubufakazi ke la enkantolo uma sikhuluma ngalo udaba lolu ke le warning statement ke ukuthi waboshwa ke umsolo wesithathu nge9 zika February 2015 kodwa iform lena ekuyiyona le esikhuluma ngayo ke i-warning statement futhi ke ima kwe A5 yona ke uma igcwaliswa noma ke beyibhala ke bona ke uMasondo noma ke uDlamini kwakungeyi10 zika February 2015 ukuthi ke ilanga emuva kokuthi ke aboshwa ke sekuyiweke la ahlala khona ke ubufakazi noma amazibiti atholakala lapho okusho ukuthi ke lesigameko ayisigameko nje phela esenzeke lana kodwa ke yinto ke nala ingakho ngisebenzisa lesibonelo lesi ukuthi number 3 kwenzeka kanjalo hayi ukuthi ke ngaso sonke isikhathi kufanele le form lena igcwaliswe.
In the two matters that we've just referred to, in the Mbata case and the Mngube case, the warning statements are taken on the following day of the arrest. Do you confirm that?
Yes, because they were in preparation of the court, my lord.
Yes.
But after this, that happened, he was prepared and then he appeared in
Yes,
court. It's the same. Yeah, sorry. Let me just finish up with it. Same with accused number 5. On our matter, it was the course of investigation. When the investigation was concluded, my lord, then it was clear now that we must prepare him for the appearances. Then the warning statement was completed, my lord. So these are different scenarios. Here, in those two occasions, once the ID parade was done, once the exhibit was found in the Cleveland case, they prepared the accused persons or suspect to appear in court. Hence, there was this completion in preparation of the appearance. Our instance, it was at an investigation stage. When we reached the stage to say now the matter can now be ready to be presented and then go to court, then the forms were then completed, my lord.
Kuyiqiniswa ukuthi ke na ke umbatha kwenzeka ngale ndlela ukuthi ke ilanga ke emuva kokuthi aboshwa ke sekuyiweke nakuyona ke ID parade amazibiti atholakele nangokunjalo ke nakena ke umsola ke wesihlanu uma sesiqhubeka ke silenza ke uphenyo ngesikhathi ke manje esesilungisela ukuthi usezobingelela yona ke imanje ila khona ke ama warning statements ase eqala khona ukuthi agcwaliswe.
In this matter, the warning statement in respect of accused number 2 was only obtained on the 26th of July 2020 and he appeared in court on the 27th of October 2020. Do you confirm that, Brigadier?
Yes, I confirm, my lord.
Yebo ke kuleli ke icala lona ke kuma umsolo wesibili i-warning statement kwakungeyi-26 zika July 2020 yena kuma ke eyobingelela imanje kwakungeyi-27 zika October 2020.
In the circumstances of this case, Brigadier, who should be the station commander?
My lord, station commander, so let me explain it this way. Station commanders are not detectives. They run the station. They are basically uniform members.
Yes.
The inference there is the branch commander, but even the branch commander, my lord, does not, at certain stage, they will carry dockets. But the delegation, in terms of delegation powers, it goes to detectives, the engagement. Unless for some reason, then the station commander is then seized with a matter. Because
Yes.
if he's a police officer, then he's seized with a specific matter, then he can get such a directive. But in general terms, those powers are delegated to the investigators on the ground, my lord.
Isikhuluma ke nge-station commander ke sikhuluma ke nalabo kuyibona ke abaphethe ke iy'teshi bagqoka ke i-uniform abazona ke aba-station noma ke abaphenyi bese kuthi kuba khona ke ne branch commander bakhona ke ihlaka la khona ke i branch commander yona ke amadokodo bayawaphatha ke kodwa uma kuwukuthi ke kufanele manje badlulisele umlayezo ke enzansi lo umlayezo uzoya ke kulaba ekuyibona abaphenyayo ama detectives.
In this case, Brigadier, who should be the station commander then? Who must consult with the prosecutor?
My lord, those powers are delegated, as I'm saying, to the detective, the investigating officer.
To
If
you?
I have to, yes, if I have
Okay.
to, I can fall into that category. If the directive, like in this instance, yes, it was a prosecutorial driven investigation, there are instructions that were given to me by the prosecution, which I followed, even the obtaining of the warning statements to say, now prepare this, get this, those. So I fall into that category when there is that engagement because I'm an investigating officer.
Uma ke ukuthi ke ukhona ke umlomo boya ke kubashushisike noma ke ku-NPA ngiyangena ke kulolo hlaka ukuthi bengisona ke station commander nanjengoba kwenzeka ke nala ukuthi ke umshushisi athi hamba ke uyothola i-warning statement ke kubani noma kulo umuntu thizeni. So mina ke uma khuluma nje ngingangena ke lapho uma ukuthi ngama instruction abuya kumshushisi.
But I'm saying this, my lord, I think the word of caution that one should put, it is not interpreted like that in relation to that form. I'm making my own inferences, so I don't want that to be mistaken as if this is what I'm saying, because there's no glossary in that form that says the station commander relates to the following. I'm interpreting insofar as I know how the police function, my lord, but that's not the glossary or the interpretation of a station commander according to that form specifically, because I don't want us to move away from what is being prescribed on that form, my lord.
Angifuni ke ukuthi sisuke ke kulokho ke okushiwo ke kuleya form ngoba ke akukho ke la ichaza khona ke ukuthi ke kulohla kodwa ke mina ke ngiyisho ngendlela ke engaziekusetshenzwa ngakhona ke emaphoyiseni.
Is it correct, Brigadier, that on the 6th of July 2020, you interviewed accused number 4, my client now, at Louis Corp Correctional Service Center, using the statement regarding interview with suspect form?
Yes, I remember. Yes, it was the 6th of July 2020, my lord. That's correct.
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi ngeyi6 zika July 2020 waba ke nenhlolo khona ke nalo engimele ke umsola wesine kwijele iLuko yebo kuyiqiniso.
Was he a suspect?
Yes, he was a suspect.
Ngabe wayeyumsola yini yebo wayeyuyena umsola.
So, if I had to understand the word the station commander, so those powers are delegated to you as investigation officer.
My lord, I think
In this case,
yeah, but you see, I'm saying, my lord, my understanding of how the authority lies. The number one policeman is the national commissioner, but then it delegates the powers. They go down up to the, to the members who are doing patrols. I'm interpreting in that sense, but it is also important because I'm being referred to a specific document. That the document I'm being referred to, there is no interpretation in that form of what categories falls under the station commanders. But I'm taking it, my lord, that indeed, because there are instances, and I'm aware, and I have been involved in those instances, where you get a directive from the prosecutor, you comply with it, so there's this engagement, police, prosecution, then I'm saying in that context, you can take it as that it means that, my lord.
Engishoyo ke ngoba ke ngishilo ukuthi kwiform leyana ke ukuthi akukho la khona ke ichaza khona noma ihloli khona ke ukuthi ke u-station commander ke kuyini ngoba ke iphoyisa ke lokuqala ke uyena ke national commissioner bese kuyehla ke enzansi kodwa ke zibe khona ke izehlakalo la khona nanje babengishilo ukuthi nakuleli icala ukuthi ke bekuba bashushiswe ke kuyibona ke abashoyo ukuthi akwenzekeni ke nami bengikhona ke kulezo zehlakalo ngisho ngaleyo ndlela ukuthi uzothola lokho umshushisi ukuthi yenza lokho bese ke nami ngiyakwenza ke lokho.
in respect of the warning statement that you obtained from accused number 4, my client, it was you in consultation with the prosecutor?
Yes, the prosecution, my lord, as I said, from the 29 or 26 of January 2019, I think, that's when we met Advocate Baloyi, 26, somewhere there. I've placed that date on record, my lord. It was prosecutorial driven, so you talk, you get instruction, you're told, you engage, and then you get directives as well, my lord. So it was all the way, right up to the time the matter was arraigned. And even when the proceedings were taking place here, there was still those directives. The statement that Advocate Nxumalo referred me to is part of that engagement, because as the matter was proceeding, Advocate Baloyi asked me to prepare or answer to this request that was coming from the defense.
Manje ke i-statement ke noma ke leyo warning statement wayithatha ke kumangalela umsola engimele nayo ke kwakuyingaleyo ndlela ke ukuthi ke uthola ama-instructions ke kumshushisi ke yebo ke ngoba kwakungeyi-29 noma ngeyi-26 uJanuary 2019 uma sihlangana naye ke u-Advocate Baloyi futhi ke esekhipha ama-instructions ukuthi ke akwenzeke lokhu noma ethi ke kunalesi sicelo esibuya ke kubona ke abameli ngaso sonke ke isikhathi kwazi kwayisikhathi lakhona ke icala leli seliba ke phambi kwenkantolo.
On the 19th of June 2020, accused number 2 appears before Lieutenant Colonel or a Colonel Rapadu for a confession statement. You confirm that?
Yes, Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu, that's his right, my lord.
Yes.
Ngazo i-19 zika June 2020 umsola wesibili wase eyoba vela ke phambi kwakhe uLieutenant Colonel Rapadu la eyogonyuluka khona yebo kuyiqiniso.
On the 24th of June 2020, he appears before a magistrate, Mrs. Cronje, for a confession statement. You confirm that?
Yes, I do confirm, my lord.
Ngeyi-24 zika June 2020 wase eyovela ke phambi kwemantshi Miss Cronje nalapho futhi eyogonyuluka yebo kuyiqiniso.
So do you also confirm, Brigadier, that after the said statements, the confession statement by Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu and the confession statement from a magistrate, Accused number 2 did not appear in court thereafter, immediately thereafter. It could have been some days after or the following day of the 24th of June 2020. Do you confirm that?
No, I don't confirm. Perhaps, well, no, I don't agree.
You don't agree that it did not appear in court after a confession statement?
Yes, no, I don't
of the
agree.
24th of June.
No. Let me put it in the right context. The first confession, my lord, was Lieutenant Colonel Ratha, which was, 19th of June. On the 22nd of June, he made appearances in Phuket for a different matter. So I'm answering it because, my understanding of the question is not in relation to this matter, it's the appearances in court in general. That's how I'm understanding the question. And I'm saying on the 22nd of June, my lord, he made appearances for unrelated matter. Then after the 24th of June, even after appearing before Mrs. Cronje, there were other appearances insofar as that matter is concerned. So there were court appearances. That is why I don't agree. But if the question is different insofar as relating to this matter, he only appeared insofar as this matter is concerned on the 27th of October 2014, my lord. 27 October 2020.
Umbuzo lona ke ukuthi ke emuva kokuthi ke enze istatement kuyena uKenel Raphathu ngazo i19 ka June 2020 nestatement kuyena Magistrate Cronje nge-24 ka June 2020 akayanga nje enkantolo ayovela ke uma umbuzo ke lo mbuzo lo ngizophendula ngalendlela ke ukuthi nge-22 wayebingelela ke imantshi ephukeni ingasilona ke leli cala kulelinye icala uphindile ke emuva kwalokho ke wavela ke enkantolo ke evelela ke lawo maqala noma lelo cala lelo kodwa uma umbuzo uthi ke kuleli icala leli akayibingelelanga imantshi yebo ngizophuma ke ukuthi ayibingelelanga imantshi kuleli icala kwaze kwayi-27 ku-October 2020.
My question was in relation to this case. I'm well aware, Brigadier, that he appeared in court on the 22nd of June 2020 in relation to another case. But in relation to this case, he appeared in court for the first time on the 27th of October 2020.
Yes, in relation to this case, my lord, we on the same. We agree with each other, my lord.
Yebo ke uma kuwukuthi ke ukhuluma ngaleli cala siyavumelana ke ngedate ukuthi ke wabingelela ke imantshi nge-27 ka-October 2020.
The reason that he did not appear in court after the confession statement, of accused number 2 from Mrs. Cronje, magistrate, is because we're going to conduct some investigations. We're still going to conduct some investigations.
The investigation is still taking place, my lord, insofar as the correlation and collaboration of the warning statement. I dealt with that part also.
Isizathu ke sokuthi ke emuva kokuthi senzile ke istatement sokugunyuluka phambi kwayo ke imantshi uCronje ukuthi ke angayibingelela imantshi noma kayovela ke enkantolo kungokuthi ke uphenyo lalo saqhubeka ke ngokumayelana ke nokuthi ke kuhlanganiswe ke ngikhuluma ngayo ke i-warning statement.
We have considered, Brigadier, that a confession statement from one accused is inadmissible against the other. Do you agree with that?
Yes, it is, my lord. It is not admissible on the other. On the other
yes,
accused.
The contents of the warning statement. Sorry, it's not the warning statement. The confession statement, which is made by one accused, where he mentions the other accused, is not admissible against the other. Are you aware of that?
I think this is a legal proposition. It's something that should be argued. It's not something that can be put to the witness. And the authorities, State versus Ndlovu and other cases, regarding the admissibility of what a suspect says about another suspect. So we submit, my lord, that is it's improper to put such a proposition to a witness. It's something that should be argued in light of the relevant section and case law.
I'm aware of the decided cases. There are a number of them, but the witness has already said that he is aware. So I'll continue from there.
Yeah, okay.
My lord, I'm aware, but I'm also aware that when the witness or the said deponent of the confession takes a stand and confirms the contents of the confession, then the picture changes. That I'm aware of that as well, my lord.
Ngiyazi ke uma kuwukuthi ke umsolwa wenza ke istatement la agonyuluka khona ke ukuthi lokho kuyakwazi ke ukuthi ke kungasetshenziswa ngabanye ke abasolwa noma umunye umsolwa kodwa ngiyazi ke ukuthi uma kuwukuthi loyo muntu lowo okuyena wenza leso statement leso ke confession leyo uma esezobethula ubufakazi ke ekuvuma ke noma ehambisana nalokho kubhalwe lapho kuyashintsha ke lokho.
We have not crossed that bridge. I don't know if we'll ever cross it.
I was asked a journalist question, my lord, and I'm answering it in the basis of my knowledge, my lord.
Brigadier, is there evidence from the witnesses who were in the house that after the two alleged intruders had left the scene, that there was another intruder who entered the house? Is there evidence to that effect?
No, none of them are saying that, my lord.
Ingaba khona yini ubufakazi kubantu ababephakathi endlini ukuthi emuva kokuthi kwalaba ababili abangena ukhona omunye wangena cha akekho kubona okushoyo lokho?
Did you interview them? The witnesses who were inside the house?
No, my lord, with this aspect,
in this respect?
No, the affidavit, no, my lord. I think I indicated those that we interviewed. And I think the statements are self-explanation. None of them are saying that, my lord. But also one will know that they are saying in the statements after the gunshots were fired, they ran to different directions.
Akekho ke kubona ke okushoyo ke lokho mayelana nalolu ke udaba. Futhi bayasho ke izinto zabo ukuthi emuva kokuthi isibhamu saqhuma ke babaleka ke bona ke ukuthi omunye waya ngale omunye waya le.
Brigadier, is there evidence from the witnesses, I mean the neighbors now, who wrote statements to the effect that when this incident was happening inside the house, there was another intruder who was standing outside in the premises?
Yes, there are. You do find a statement of Makaleni who refers to seeing more than 2 intruders. So if the question is whether do we have statements indicating more than 2 intruders, yes, you do. You do have such statements, my lord, in the docket. Makaleni is one of them, my lord.
Ingaba sikhona yini idocument noma bakhona yini ofakazi ke noma ke kuko ibona ke omakhelwane abathi babe khona ke abanye abantu babemi ngaphandle ke yebo ukhona ke yena ke umakeleni yena ke uthi wabona ke abantu abandlulileke kulabo ababili ababe ngenileke ngaphakathi. Sikhona statement esikushoyo lokho.
Maybe I need to rephrase this question, Brigadier, for you to understand. Is there evidence from witnesses, that is the neighbors, who saw people who were standing within the premises, not outside the premises of the house, once the incident was happening inside the house? Is there a statement to that effect?
Yes, the statement of Makaleni, my lord, it might not say it exactly as Advocate Nxumalo is saying, but what it says is that at some stage when he was walking to one direction, he noticed people standing outside, and he refers to the guest house, the mini power station, the guest house, where he says he saw people standing there. When he was coming back from that direction, then that's when he saw people running. Some, I think he refers at some stage to 3 running from Nxumalo's house, one armed with a firearm, and he recalled that it's the boys that he saw. You know, I'm trying to summarize the statement, that those are the people he saw prior to the incident standing there, and thereafter then see them running away, and then the community or part of the community members gave chase towards the park.
Yebo sikhona ke noma ke ukhona ke ufakazi okhuluma ngokuthi ke yebo bakhona abantu ababona ke ngikhuluma ngaye ke umakeleni ukuthi ke uthi wathi uma endlula ke lapho wabona ke kwakunabantu ababimi ngaphandle ke khona lapho uma esebuya futhi ke ubona ke manje abantu sebephuma ke bebaleka ke bephuma khona ke kwaMakhumalo omunye wabo ke wayephethe ispam kwase ke lapho ke abantu ke noma ke umphakathi ke nawe kusuyasukela ke uya ngakuhlangothile park.
This also, my lord, is corroborated by Ntabiseng. I remember she was standing outside with a friend who said after the gunshot, she first noticed one suspect running away towards the park. I don't think she mentions the house per se, but from the direction of Nxumalo's, but not necessarily from the house, but towards the park. And then thereafter, I think after the second shot again, they noticed 2 more suspects, and that is where she makes reference of the dreadlocks that were going up to the neck.
Bekuse lokho futhi ke abekhona ke naye uNthabiseng ukhuluma ke noma ke oshoyo ke ukuthi naye ke wabona ke abantu ababebaleka besuka ngakuhlangothi ke lwayo indlu akasho ukuthi babephuma kuyona kodwa ukuthi babesuka ngakho hlangothi ke lwayo indlu noma oyedwa qala aphinde futhi akhuluma uma emuva ukuthi siqhumile futhi ke isibhamu wabona futhi ke abanye ababili ke ila esekhuluma khona ke ngomunye ke owayenama threats.
So there are neighbors, my lord, who attest to more than 2 suspects being seen, my lord, outside the yard, and then subsequently then running away to the direction of the park.
Ngakho ke bakhona ke ofakazi ke noma omakhelwane ke abashoyo ukuthi ababonanga nje abantu ababili kuphela ke ababe ngaphandle ke emuva kalokho base begijima ke.
We are not together on this question. Makeleni talks about the 2 persons who were standing next to a mini power station. Is that correct?
No.
You just said that. No.
No, my lord. I'm saying at some stage, and we can go specific to those statements if that's going to be a dispute. I'm saying at some stage, my lord, he says he saw people standing next to the power station.
Yes.
This is now prior to the incident. Yes. The number that he gives, I think, is more than 2, my lord.
Yes.
And then I'm saying at some stage in parts of, even with the interview with Stenkamp, he refers to seeing 3 suspects running out of the Nxumalos, one armed with a firearm. So I'm answering this, my lord, in trying to elaborate or show that there was a mention of a third suspect, a third person, prior to the incident, which Makaleni places them outside. The guest house, my lord, we dealt with the photos, is part of the wall of the Nxumalos.
Engikushoyo ke lana ukuthi Makeleni ke ukhuluma ngabantu abadlulile kwababili ababona ke sikhuluma ngale bhokisi ke yogesi ke engaphandle ke la kwaMakhumalo noma ke esesladini ke asesho futhi ke uma eqhubeka ke ukuthi ke uma esebona abantu bephuma manje bebaleka ke ukhuluma ngabantu abathathu oyedwa kubona ke owayephethe isibhamu.
Because my question was in relation to a person, whether is there a witness or witnesses who documented a statement to the effect that he saw a person standing within the premises of Nxumalo Homestead when the incident was happening inside the house. Is there a statement to that effect or not?
No, my lord, I think maybe not to mislead or say inaccurate information. Can I then ask that we come back to this question so that then I can just make sure, my lord? Because like I'm saying, there are statements in the docket which indicates more than 1 person being seen. I just want to confirm the position of the Nxashes because I know the senior, the warrant officer, made a statement and I just don't remember the context of what he saw when he looked over the window. So I would like perhaps if we can come back to that aspect so that I can check, my lord, what is it he said in relation to what he observed when he was looking from his house to the Nxumalos during the commotion of the struggle, my lord.
Ngizocela ukuthi sibuyele kuwona-ke lo mbuzo lona ngoba ngiyafisa ukuthi ngihambe ngiyobheka kuzona-ke itatimende ikakhulukazi-ke laba bakwanqatshe ubaba wakhona-ke okwakuyi-wallet officer ukuthi uthini-ke kwisitatimende sakho ukuthi wabonani-ke yena-ke eyayenzeka kwamakhumalo nkathi ayebuka ngefastela.
My lord, may I request that we take a short adjournment. It is 11:48. In the meantime, the Brigadier is going to go through the statements.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
15 minutes then.